So here we are, the halfway point of the year. Let it be known, I have kept to my goal of 1 video per month and feeling pretty good. In this opening bit, I just want to talk about a few things, a little bit of an update. Right now, I want to make it known that I am going through at work the busiest time of the year over the course of the next couple months, including this one. So for the next few months, the summer videos, we're just gonna try and keep it as a relaxed type of video, you know, not really go too hard into the editing or scripting, just more, what's the term? Like esoteric videos, I guess, just kind of chill out, think about concepts, not really do anything like hardline reviews. I do want to set more expectations though. So right now, like I said, we're trying to keep the videos a little bit low key, a little bit chill, and just keep the vibes. Over the course of the next few months, I will be working on and developing more videos for later in the year, hopefully. But for these few months, we're just gonna have some low key, chilled out videos. I do have a few more videos in the works already. I mostly am done in terms of ideating on what I'm gonna be doing for the year. I just don't have any set video plans per month yet of what I wanna hit. I have a few old scripts that I think I'm gonna try and retrofit and repurpose into new videos or write new scripts. For example, I know that the new Pokemon game is gonna be coming out and I do wanna review that as a big Pokemon fan. What else is there? I don't really have any specific video plans per month set, but I do know how I want the year itself to end, what I want for December. So hopefully we'll be working towards that. The next few months after the summer months, I do want more edited, well-scripted, probably longer videos. And I have a few ideas in mind, but I'm not 100% sure where or how that'll land. I'm trying to think about what else I got. That's really all. I mean, still the goal of 1 video per month, that's what I'm looking for. So I hope you look forward to it. Hello everybody, it is I, Potato Pies, back with a brand new video, ready to talk about video games. The first video game I want to talk about though is going to be Pseudo Regalia. It's a 3D platformer action, pseudo Souls-like game. And it's just got really, really good moment-to-moment gameplay. I mean, the most important thing of a platformer is obviously the movement. The movement is so satisfying. It's so fluid to play, and as you unlock new little abilities and it enhances your movement capabilities, and you just kind of like unlocks your brain to different ideas. I mean, it's got movement puzzles that can be solved in just a number of different ways depending on whether or not you're able to figure out the little quirks of the movement. The atmosphere, I mean, the atmosphere is impeccable. It just feels so cool to wander around this weird dream world as the thick goat woman. I mean, it's just super impressive how they were able to refine the movement and quality to this degree. The next game I want to talk about is another separate indie title known as Everhood. It is a very interesting, weird mix that feels very Undertale inspired, and I do mean that in the best way possible. It has some weird mechanics that are really fun to play with and make for a very unique experience where it's sort of a reverse rhythm game where you're fighting the rhythm game. It's very interesting. Also, the art style is just really, really good, as you'll see with all the games we're talking about today. The next game I want to talk to you about is called Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. It's a puzzle adventure game with a sort of noir art style and just completely black and white except for the occasional glitch texture pink. It's a really interesting whodunit set in some hotel in Germany or Europe or somewhere, and it's very good at making you feel smart when you find out the solution to a puzzle, and until then making you feel really, really dumb. It's very fun with a very compelling story. And it's just really, really impressive, to the point where I actually had a scripted review almost completed and ready to go before being scrapped, because I just didn't think that I had what it took to write well enough to do the game justice. The last game I want to talk about with you is an old game called To the Moon. It's certainly the oldest on this list by a fair margin, and it's probably the most unique on the list visually as well. Not exactly a good reason. It's an RPG Maker game, which has a lot of connotations about it, both good and bad, mostly bad. But it is a beautiful story. Its gameplay is mostly whatever, but its story is truly an incredible one and really, really worth experiencing for the first time. Now, you may be wondering why I am just sharing a bunch of random games that have pretty much nothing to do with each other. And the reason for that is because I wanted to explain that games are art. And I wanted to illustrate that by showing a bunch of different games, mostly from the indie space, a little bit of AA action in there, but games themselves are art. Games are one of the most unique art forms because of the fact that they're interactive. For example, let's talk about To the Moon. It's the one that, since it's so old, I am pretty comfortable with sharing story spoilers for. So we're going to talk about it. I'm not going to reveal everything, but still, it's the game that I'm most comfortable actually talking about in terms of spoilers. So in To the Moon, you play as two doctors, Dr. Watts and Dr. Ava, and you go on this journey to help this man change his memories, because they work for a company that does that for people who are about to die. They change their memories so that way in their final moments they get to live the life they wanted to lead, and have no regrets, because as far as they're aware, they have lived the life that they wanted to, and this guy wants to go to the moon. And the way that you dive through his memories and see his life, it really, really captures you. And it captures you in a way that is very unique to video games. You could watch the events unfold on a screen in front of you, like a movie perhaps, but it's hard to convey the same level of depth and sincerity in the story and its messages with regards to a movie as it is a game, because in a game you interact with it directly. It's you making the decisions. This is not necessarily Dr. Watts or Dr. Ava doing XYZ thing because the plot says that they need to do XYZ thing. It's because you make them do it. And so you get more invested in the characters, you get more invested in the story. It's a really unique experience that video games can provide in a way that other mediums can't. And it's just super duper fascinating to me. And I just wanted to use some of these examples to highlight that. Games can also just set challenges for the player. Like in Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, for example, the house or hotel that you're in is just riddled with different obstacles and puzzles. But the game gives you the means to solve those puzzles pretty early on, and asks you to see if you can change your perspective enough to figure out the solution to the puzzles. And when you find the solution, it's not just because it's given to you or anything like that, it's because you found it, and that really reinforces the sense of exploration and trying to find the answers in the game. Another thing that games can do is they can limit your capabilities at the beginning and slowly expand them, like, for example, pseudo-regalia. At the very beginning of the game, you have more limited interaction options with the world and movement, but gradually you get more and more of those unlocked. For example, there's the wall kick, there's the cling arm thing that lets you wall ride. I mean, there's just a number of different things, and that can really give you the tools to interact with the world in a different way, and that really drives that player and game relationship that other media can't really express. It's a part of the art. And then there's Everhood. I mean, just look at this. It's if that doesn't intrigue you, I really don't know what will. All of this to say that video games really are a truly unique and I think now an integral art form to humanity as a whole. Video games have a certain uniqueness in how close that they can get the participant, the player, the observer into the experience. There's a certain level of detail that you have that you can appreciate as a player over things like a painting, a song, or a movie. I mean, and games are a collective of those different art forms as well. I mean, a game with no music is not really as interesting as a game with music, just like a game with no visuals isn't as interesting, but it's still an art form regardless, because it takes so many different aspects. And it's just, it's become a part of our expression. In summary, video games, they're pretty neat. If nothing else you take away from this video, the 4 games that I listed, go play them. I mean, they're all relatively cheap games, indie titles or AA's, and they're very, very good at what they do. Very, very good. I know this one was a short video, but like I said in the intro, I really wanted to do a bit more of a relaxed idea, just kind of chill out with this month's video. And I've been watching a lot of Adam Millard's videos, Architect of Games, and he goes into a lot of details about the different structures around games and the philosophy behind those. And I thought that it was really interesting, so I wanted to give kind of my take on a bit of a more abstract topic, like video games as an art form. I just thought that it was really interesting, all the things that he had to say, and I kind of wanted to convey that. If you want a less rambly, more concise, less wishy-washy, better written version of what I just did, go watch the Architect of Games. He really, really does have very unique insights and very interesting takes on things. And I think that it has developed my appreciation for games as an art form more, despite being a gamer for my whole life. Anyways, that's enough from me. I plan on the longer stuff being in either August or September coming back, but I'm not 100% set in stone. Like I said in the intro, I don't have specific months planned for specific things, but I do have ideas. And like I said, I've got some scripts that are nearing completion or need to be retrofitted or things like that. But I do hope to get more in line with what I've done, whether it be game reviews, whether it be retrospectives, whether it be just talking about things that I want to talk about, you know. So anyways, enough from me. I just want to thank you so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.